Yeah. Uh, Hello, viewer. I'm Mr. Versus, and this is the first episode of the Sus Place podcast. Yes, very original name. I just combined both our YouTube usernames. All right, so you probably know Honor already. I've plugged him in a few. He's been in my comment section for a few videos, and he helped me research a few of my videos. So
And for those listening who don't know me, Mr. Sus has been a pain in my nuts in my own comment section for a couple months now, and he has helped me with the researching videos before.
yeah, I have.
So it's sort of been a mutual benefit, but also not benefit.
A blessing and a curse, you would say.
That's I don't know why I didn't say that. That's perfect. You nailed it.
All right, so the reason we're doing this is the new Marvel show, What If, that's on Disney Plus. We're gonna be spoiling the episodes, by the way, so spoiler warning.
So before we really get into it, what's your opinion on the power scaling in Marvel? Like, how do you tier it? Like, who's the top 5 in your opinion? Where do you put a Thor? Where do you put a Doctor Strange? Maybe even.
Okay.
What about a Captain Marvel?
Captain Marvel's fucking fodder. I don't know why you're bringing her up. Number one, full potential Scarlet Witch because she scales above the Sorcerer Supreme.
That's true. You know what's funny about that?
Yeah.
That's a statement, and yet you and I both agree that it's proof that she's above him, even though I hate statements.
I've gotten you to use statements in your videos before, so don't even.
It's complete rubbish. I thought I had my own opinions, but I guess I just don't.
Yo, this is literally 1984. I'm literally Big Brother.
Well, let's not make it too formal, because we're just having fun.
Yeah.
We'll just go at our own pace. The most recent episode was just yesterday with What If Thor Party Too Hardy.
Party too hardy.
And too hardy he did, because he blows up a planet and also a star, apparently, which completely destroys my scaling, because boy, there's that. And that's sort of the crux of why we're here today, because
yeah, I mean, for me, I was kind of like iffy about star level Thor. Mm-hmm. Like, there was obviously some evidence for it, but I don't know, just having a solid feat, like, even if it's off screen, just having a feat really strengthens the position more.
Even if it's a statement.
It's more so an off-screen feat. That's how I would put it.
Good point, because it's not like somebody hyperbolically says, oh, he could destroy a star. It's a scientist loses track of a star because it died because he blew it up.
Also, that star was 9 billion light years away, so light in the MCU is faster than IRL light, but that's none of my business.
So now it just comes down to, here's two things I have to say. What if affects power scaling in the MCU in two ways? Because if characters are showing doing things before the timeline is changed, that still applies to our characters for the most part in the main timeline. But it's only when you really change the timeline that you can't apply those to the same characters. The most recent episode 7, since Thor does all these things, and the only change to his character is that he was spoiled and very likely didn't train as a fighter, it still means an undertrained, underprepared Thor is bare minimum planetary. And that's even before the time of Avengers 1. Since this is an undertrained Thor, very likely means that a heavily trained Thor, even if weakened during the events of Avengers 1, should still be somewhat planetary, if not star level.
Yeah, your scaling has just been completely shattered on Big Sad.
It has, because I remember back in when I made my original Thor video back in November of last year, I put him at lifting like a couple million, like 72 million tons. And I was like, that's a big number. This is great. Thor is strong. But now it's, oh no, he destroyed a planet, and that is bare minimum, assuming this planet is the size of Earth, like 53 quadrillion megatons. Which right away shoots him up above several other heroes just based off of that one statement from this show. So now the question for me is, excluding main timeline, how do you tier What If? So let's run over who the main contenders would be then, right? So evil Doctor Strange obviously has to be up there.
Yeah.
I don't know if let's probably include Thor and Captain Marvel. Why not? Would you include zombie Thanos or no? Because that's just practically regular Thanos, but he's a zombie.
I feel like zombie Thanos is cheating.
I completely agree. There's still 2 episodes left, so this is probably going to be completely undone within 2 weeks' time.
One thing I wanted to discuss, at the end we see Ultron in Vision's body, and he has all the Infinity Stones.
Yes. I think that probably puts him at the top of the tier list. If we have a tier list of just the What If characters, I'm pretty sure Ultron with a vibranium body and all 6 Infinity Stones probably is gonna be at the top of that list.
We'll see how the Watcher stacks up against him once the Watcher interferes.
You think he's gonna fight the Watcher?
I think it's a possibility, because like all the trailers and promotional material see the Watcher pulling up with all the other heroes from the different timelines.
The way he is there at the end of that episode, it sort of makes me, it reminds me of that run in the comics when Ultron was just defeating all the superheroes, and Kang kept pulling different heroes from different timelines to try to beat him. And he was just defeating, and he was just defeating so many heroes that Kang, like the multiverse, was collapsing. Do you think that's a way to possibly tie in the alternate timelines to the main one? Well, if there's nothing else to really discuss, let's try to make a tier list, I guess. A power tier list.
Based on what we know so far, Infinity Stones, Ultron's probably at number 1.
Very likely, if not 100% likely.
Watcher, you could argue, is like number 2 or 3 because it's implied he could have stopped the universe from being destroyed in episode 4. He just didn't because he's not allowed to interfere.
Well, he's, the name. Okay, so it goes Infinity Stone, Ultron, Watcher, I guess. You put Doctor Strange below that.
I think for now you can argue Doctor Strange is above, although we would have to see more capabilities from the Watcher.
So, do you want to take Watcher off the list or just put him below Evil Strange?
Let's put him below Evil Strange for now.
I say you put Thor above Captain Marvel, even if in this timeline.
Yeah, probably.
I like how, there's all these different nicknames for, Evil Strange, Party Thor. Captain Marvel is still just Karen. Even in this timeline, nothing changes. Well, okay, real quick. What about Hulk, though? Because in the zombie episode, he throws hands with Wanda, and before they fly away, he sort of overpowers her, right?
Oh, yeah, he does. Hulk's a beast.
Which doesn't make a lot of sense, but wouldn't that then put him above Evil Strange, since Wanda scales above Strange in the normal timeline?
It's likely that, Strange in episode 4 had centuries worth of amps by absorbing monsters, so...
True. But I'd still say that in that timeline, that Hulk is probably still he's above Captain Marvel because Captain Marvel's fodder.
Facts.
So he'd probably also be above Party Thor, wouldn't he?
Yeah, he probably would be. Because, Hulk and Ragnarok would be relative to awakened Thor, who should scale above Party Thor.
Huh. I guess that's that then. Captain Marvel at the bottom because she's fodder. Then we have Party Thor. And then Survivor Hulk because he could go toe-to-toe with Wanda. And then Watcher. And then Evil Strange. And then fucking Ultron. What would be a good name for this version of Ultron?
I've heard him being called Ultron Vision because he's obviously in the Sacred Time's body. So the name Infinity Stone Ultron's a lot cooler, but it's also a mouthful. So
what about just an Infinite Ultron?
Infinite Ultron. I kind of like that.
Right? It's kind of cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and it's not a mouthful.
Yeah. I guess that's that then, isn't it? And now
that we've stopped stalling the outro, so
we'll just see y'all guys next time for our next collab.
Yep, because we do those now. We are professionals.
Yes, even though I've already had like 2 collabs before.
It's fine. Look, every. Yep.
All right, we will see y'all next time, and peace out.
Peace out, Cub Scouts.